Coming up, a booze ban in Wales. Last orders in Wales at 6 tonight in a bid to get COVID under control.
The Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. Pubs, restaurants and cafes in Wales are bracing themselves for tough new coronavirus measures in the lead up to Christmas. New restrictions are coming in tonight that mean they can't sell alcohol on their premises until further notice and must close at 6 o'clock. It's in response to surging COVID cases since the lifting of the circuit breaker lockdown. Sangeeta Candola reports. Well, the COVID vaccine will be sent out to care homes in England this month. The government confirmed to ITV News today. The Business Secretary, Alok Sharma, has raised hopes care home residents will be among some of the very first people to get the jab before the end of the year. He spoke to our political reporter, Shihab Khan. And Shihab, you're here now. Confirmation then that despite the challenges surrounding this vaccine, it is about to be deployed.
Alok, government has ordered 40 million of these doses. That's enough for 20 million people. That's of the 5. Fairly emphatic response there from the business state. That will help. And in Scotland, the first vaccinations are expected on Tuesday.
The first vaccination's imminent, but we've also have fresh data on the infection rate today as well.
Yes, so some data has been released, all fairly severe. Restrictions will need to be in place. There is a vaccine coming, but...
Let's bring you some other news now. Investigations are investigations are continuing. Let me just give you some other news now. And investigator Downing Street has said the Brexit trade talks are at a very difficult stage after negotiations lasted well into the evening last night. Investigations are continuing into an explosion that killed 4 people at a waterworks in Avonmouth near Bristol. 3 of those who died worked for Wessex Water. The other was a contractor. Well, the company says it is absolutely devastated. Richard Payne is there for us. Now, for most of us this year, lockdown and social distancing has left us feeling more isolated than usual. And although the government has offered some respite for a few days over Christmas, it will still be a lonely time for many. Yeah, I was going to ask, that was going to be my final question, actually. Do you think we have become a more compassionate society because of the pandemic, because we've seen every day the struggles that so many people are going through now? Finally, in just the last few seconds, you know, if someone has got a neighbour that they don't see that often, they don't really hear from them at all, you know, what should they do over these days of Christmas and into the new year? What can they do? And of course, socially distance at the same time and be careful. Police in Scotland have reassured residents in Edinburgh after it turns out what they thought were explosions overnight was actually down to the weather. Finally, this lunchtime, a surprise present has been found in a Christmas tree in Australia, hidden among the baubles. A young and confused koala made its way into a family home and naturally headed for the nearest branch to cling to, finding the perfect spot, as Graham Stothard reports. Cute, that's it. I'm back with the ITV Evening News at 6:30, but from everyone here on the Lunchtime team, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. A woman has been charged in relation to a £4.2 million heist of Mayfair jewellers Boodles, believed to be the single biggest shop theft in UK history. 7 diamonds were replaced with pebbles under the noses of staff in March 2016. Well, 59-year-old Lulu Lucatos is allegedly part of the crew of thieves. She was extradited from France and will appear in court today. Well, as the temperatures drop, charities are working to house rough sleepers. The London Ambulance Service is gearing up for a potential surge in demand during the festive period. The second Heathrow Airport is reportedly considering introducing a £5 drop-off charge for motorists from next year. The Christmas Trail is open at Kew Gardens from today, returning for its 8th year. All right, time for the weather. Here's Manali. Time now to take a look at what's coming up at 6. And that is it for now. Duncan is back here at 6. Until then, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.